Franchises based on books normally currently have the last book made into 2 movies. Now this is probably not a good thing, because it just isn't, and here's why. Example number 1, the books aren't meant to be 2. For example, normally a book has the beginning, middle, and an end. Now the beginning is kind of slow setting it up. The middle is kind of leading up to the good part, but the end is where everything happens. Now, a movie that takes in this normally has the beginning and half of the middle in the first movie. Now, that leads to a really boring, slow movie. For example, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. That was slow and boring. Another example is the latest Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 1. That movie was so boring. It was just bad. I mean, it was leading up to it. You could tell it was leading up to it. It was starting, but it never got there. Like, it was building up the tension, then it just cut off. And then the tension, when the second movie starts, will all be gone. And it'll just go straight into the blah, pew pew, revolution, blah, type thing. It will never work. Twilight. Nah, I never liked Twilight anyway, so we'll just push that away. Now, the one exception to this, just one exception that I can think of, is the Hobbit trilogy. Now, that is because the Hobbit book is set out differently to a lot of other books. It doesn't really have a beginning, middle, and end. It has events connected to each other, but equaling one story, but they are big events in their own right. That it's not slow start, kind of slow, epic finish. It is epic, 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 epic. I feel in Hollywood right now, this trend is going to ruin movies. For example, Avengers, Infinity War, or whatever it's called, Part 1 and Part 2. That may work. That may actually work because of the fact that it's based on comics. And when they say that, it could be like one movie and another movie. Because there's movies in between it in the cinematic universe. I think there's like Doctor Strange and Captain Marvel or something in between the movies. And Inhumans, that's one. And Inhumans, they are all in between the movies. So it's Infinity War Part 1, then 2 other movies, then Infinity War Part 2. So I believe that Infinity War Part 1 is going to be like a story end, like Thanos or something has the Infinity Gauntlet and he goes away. That's the end of that. Then the 2 movies, then Part 2 will come and the Avengers will finally track down Thanos, and then second movie. That may work. We know this is all just for the money, really. I mean, why else would they do it? They wouldn't split the first book into 2 movies, would they? No, because it would make a completely illogical step for movies. Oh, we have one book, the beginning of a series. Let's split it into 2 movies. No, you're splitting the last book into 2 movies because you want money, and it doesn't actually do anything for the movie at all. If it doesn't do anything for the movie, don't do it. Thank you guys for watching my little rant video on the 2 movies, 1 book thing that's going on, and it sucks, it really does. Goodbye, have a nice day, and subscrizzle for more nizzle.